So this video is going to be a clip from my podcast, the PigCast that I do on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sometimes I don't adhere to a strict schedule, which is probably the reason why I don't have a lot of viewers on my stream. But that's okay, that's fine, that's my bad. So here is the clip about a magician that goes on a date.
So this is, I guess, also, by the way, just a point on this, I hate these. I hate these articles. I hate these websites like Pop Sugar, where instead of having an article like a normal person, right, you have a normal, well thought out, well written article. You have these slideshows, and they do that so that every single time you click, it shows you a different set of ads. So instead of having one article with the ads, now you have essentially what is the equivalent of 15 or however many pictures. So I hate these websites. I hate the way they look. I hate the attempt at trying to just squeeze as much ad revenue. So here is the date allegedly that this individual went on Halloween. So you know you're setting yourself up for failure when you're dating a magician, right? You're dating a magician on Halloween. Like, what are you doing to yourself? Come on, be better. I wish I could put the bing bong, but I don't have that set up for this particular section. Met a magician on Halloween, and no, he wasn't dressed as one. He was a career magician. First of all, it's not every day you meet a magician outside of a magic show. You could find them easily. Magicians are a dime a dozen, all right? Dime of dozen, or a dime a dozen. Right? You could see them. You could go around and interact with them and touch them. They're around, right? You could tell how they're dressed. You could tell them by how they're dressed, rather, and the way they project themselves. So if they're standing and peacocking, right? Peacocking in a room, and they're wearing all black, and they have a fucking chain, you know, it's a good sign that it's a magician. And they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Don't think that it's just a minority, right, of magicians. There's a lot of us. All right, so we're not special. This one is because I generally thought he was Jamie Dornan. Let's see who Jamie Dornan is. I have no idea who this individual is. This guy, okay, yeah, I guess. He kind of looks like a type of person that could be a magician, right? I hate the amount of fucking shit that shows up here. No, I don't want to stay in touch. Stop it. I'm not going to accept cookies. So when Jamie Dornan lookalike asked for my number, I gave it to him without hesitation. Well, that's a little bit, I guess, presumptuous, just based on the looks. You're gonna go with him. What if he's a killer? Look at Bundy. I was gonna say Al Bundy, but look at Ted Bundy, right? A lot of people thought that he was attractive, and he would just kill you. So that's not a good barometer to make decisions to date someone. We eventually set up a date for the next week, and I was excited. If it's a disaster, who cared? I went on a date with a magician, and a hot magician at that. Well, okay, so the desperation here, I could see that it's reeking of desperation so far. Not that I have anything against magicians. I'm just skeptical of their craft. How would I know if he's lying to me? Doubts aside, I wanted a date, and here's what happened and what I learned. Now, you could tell a lot of things just based from that. Right, let's see Eleanor, who's the person I went on a date with a magician. I like to look up the people that write them. She kind of has, dudeish features, which could be attractive, right? But she's, I would say, an attractive female there. Again, can't be saying much more than that without getting videos made about me, calling me a sexist. So I'm going to really just tread on open waters here. I don't even know if that makes sense. But let's check out the slideshow and see her experience with that. He said he didn't want to talk about magic. So this guy is based as fuck. I already like that. I like this guy already. If he's hot, he takes care of himself. It's not COVID. There you go. Sorry. That might be COVID. He takes care of himself, and he doesn't want to talk about magic. Oh, okay, never mind. So I was defending the guy, but then unfortunately, but that's all we talked about. Of course, I had several questions, but I could only pretend to care about the famous academics who study magic for so long. And what's it even mean to study magic? 15 minutes into the date, I already knew he's a little bit too dedicated to his identity, right? You can't shake it. You can't shake it. Right. If I'm unfortunately, look, all right, I make some a lot of comments about magicians that are typically derogatory, in terms of them smelling, them not being able to have normal social lives because they always kind of turn it into talking about themselves. They do a lot of me search, right? A lot of me search. That's another indicator that you're talking to a magician. It's the word me said a lot. I. So here, right, he didn't want to talk about magic. You got me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. You got me in the first half. But then you pulled the rug from me when The only thing you talked about is magic. You're on a date. You're with a female here. All right, take advantage of that. It doesn't happen very often to magicians. And this guy instead decided to talk about magic as if it's interesting. That's his problem, right? So if I were to give this guy advice, I would say magic's not as interesting as you think it is to normal people, right? Being a magician, you think, oh my God, that's so interesting. That's such a different thing to experience. Not really. Not really. It's a normal thing, right? You were probably a socially isolated young man, and in order to have a semblance of a personality, you probably took up something that requires you to, put yourself out there. It's a performance art. So, it makes sense. So what I was going to say is I really thought that this individual was going to give us a good rep, but it turns out no, he ended up acting like a magician and ruining it for himself and turning off this very attractive Eleanor. Sheehan. I don't like that last name, though. Sheehan. I don't like that. But let's see. Let's keep going here and see what we can talk about. He legitimately thought he was Harry Potter. Ah, God. Damn, man. When he saw a girl reading Harry Potter at the bar, he thought he was obligated to go and talk to her because he's also a wizard. I love Harry Potter, but let's not fool ourselves. His magic is deception, not spells. At this point, the only thought going through my mind is this dude joking? I really couldn't be sure, but later he confirmed he was serious. Let's see the one before. You know how people somehow find us attractive because of the sleight of hand trash? I wonder what he could do with the fingers. That's never been a legitimate thought, I think, on the part of any person. No one, no female, no male has ever thought, "Ooh, man, he must be a magician. He's good with his fingers." No, they don't think like that. They think the way this person does, which is, oh, magic, that's a little bit interesting. And then magicians always, 100% of the time, take it too far. They take it entirely too far. Just like this person, right? You saw a girl reading Harry Potter. You're on a date. All right, you virgin, you're on a date. Talk to the girl that's interested in you. Don't go talking to another girl that's, by the way, desperately lonely, reading Harry Potter at the bar. What are you doing? That's the one you go talk to. You have a girl that's engaged in front of you who thinks you're hot. Unbelievable. Let's see what else, unfortunately. David Blaine was his hero. David Blaine is obviously talented, but every time I see him, I can't help but laugh. So when I brought up David Blaine's antics, I had to hold back giggles when I discovered how much Jamie Dornan lookalike revered him. I thought it was best not to bring up Chris Angel, so I didn't embarrass myself laughing. You have an attractive woman at your disposition here who thinks you're hot, who thinks you're interesting, at least who thought you were interesting for the 5 minutes that you had her attention before you decided to do nothing but me search. Me. And then you get her apprehensive about being able to make commentary because of how serious you're presenting yourself. You do magic tricks. Come on, guys. I hope we're learning from this, right? I hope we're learning from this endeavor here, right? Magic is not as interesting as you think it is to normal people. It's not as interesting as you might imagine. So whenever people, or magicians assume, oh no, I'm really going to hit him with this, right? And I used to think like that. Let's be fair here. I used to think like that, right? When I was in school, and I was doing magic and learning magic and being the magic guy in school, right? Being the magic guy. I thought that it was like a crazy thing. Oh, dude, I do magic tricks. Nobody gives a shit, right? Oh, hey, stand up and tell us your name and also tell us something about you. Okay, hi guys. My name's Pig, right? It's not Pig, but and I'm, here it is. I'm a magician. No one cares. Okay. So now you got this girl apprehensive as to making comments around you because she doesn't want to offend you because of your serious persona. Come on. He was an active member of the magician community. Don't let her in on our things, right? Don't let her in. Right? If you're on a date and you're a magician and she's like, "Oh my God, tell me about magic and all this stuff," just go, "Oh, I've been doing it since I was a young child, and I've always had a dream of doing it as a living. So, luckily I've been able to do that through hard work, and honestly, it's a living, and I'm enjoying it. But what about you? What do you do? I mean, what are you up to, huh? What are you up to, little girl? Huh? What are you doing? What do you like, huh? What are things you like? Shower often? Are you a person that takes a lot of showers? What's going on? Tell me about your life. Oh, yeah. No, I'm so interested in your life. Oh, no, let's stop talking about magic. The real magic is right in front of me. I apologize for that. But I had to. I had to do it to him. You know I had to do it to him. But yeah, so look at that. He's a member of the magic community. He's letting her in on the unfortunate aspects of our community, which is that there's a magic community. I'm a curious person, so I wanted to find out tricks of the trade. Guess what? He told me that if he revealed the secrets, he would be shunned by the community. Did he mean a circuit of traveling magicians would hex him? Probably. Now you sound like a virgin. You apparently hot a magic wizard? What? If he revealed the secrets of magic, tell her if she's curious. Hey, how did this guy do that? Oh, well, I mean, the coin flips back. So when he bites the coin, it's just a little thing that you could buy. It's dumb, really. And it flips back because it has a little rubber on the side. And then when you pretend to spit it back, you're actually just letting go of the back. And the coin goes, and it looks like the regular coin. And then you switch it, which let me show you. It just looks like that, right? It's just sleight of hand stuff. It's fun. But let's talk about you. Right? What are you into, huh? What's your sleight of hand? What are your passions, huh? Mommy, do you mind if I call you mommy? Just between us, you know? So come on, man. Be better. Shunned by the community. Nobody cares. You're going to have two people on the Magic Cafe. So this guy lost on potential action because he was afraid that somebody on the Magic Cafe was going to find out that he showed a girl how to do some tricks on a date and is going to write a mean story about him. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? I got to learn all the Britishisms before I go over there. He said he was an honest liar. Oh, I'm sure you thought you were clever with that. I'm sure you thought you were very clever with that. He said he was an honest liar. I'm aware of how magicians work. They trick your mind and find ways to fool your brain. So when I asked him how he expected women to trust him, he said he was an honest liar. I'm still not exactly what that means, even after he explained it. So you had to explain it. You thought you were so clever saying, oh, well, the truth of the matter is that I'm an honest liar. Oh, what's it mean? It means that I'm honest about my lying. I'm really honest. So when it comes to lying, I'm honest about the fact that I lie. So I'm not gonna lie to you. And when I do, I'm gonna be honest about it. Oh man, is it hot in here? It's really hot in here. All of a sudden, they turned the AC up. Woo! I think the AC's broken or something. Oh. Pathetic. But I know one thing. Anyone who labels himself a liar, no matter the preceding adjective on a first date, is not going on a second one. I was rooting for the magician here, right? I was on your team. If I could buy your shirt and it would have been whatever your name is has a plan, I would buy it and I'd wear it proudly. But instead, look at this now. Look at what I have to do now, right? I'm here having to defend a woman. But then again, videos will be made of me calling me a sexist. I'm defending this particular individual now. The person that I thought I would be against, right? The one attacking our community. When I agreed on the date, I was kind of under the impression magic was just something he did for fun. Not the case. He performed sold-out shows, which he invited me to. But I would have to buy a ticket. Are you fucking having a laugh?
Bing bong.
Are you having a laugh? You have an attractive woman that wants to talk to you, that's on a date, that finds you attractive. And here you are with the ability to invite her to your sold-out show, of which, by the way, is Waterfall City, right? Imagine you're on stage, you're getting a lot of adulation, people are clapping for you, you're killing the show, and she's there looking at you killing the show, and she gets to go backstage, right? So there's a nice little there's a fun to that, right? But you're making her pay for the tickets. I'm worried of career magicians because I was once made a fool in front of my high school. So this did not fare well for him. I even inquired how aforementioned magician accomplished a trick, and the lookalike refused to tell me I don't know what else to say here, man. I don't know what else to say here. But this, I think, is a perfect case study as to the magician that thinks that his shit doesn't stink. A magician that thinks that when he drops that magic card, right, when he takes it out and he goes, I'm a magician, that people are going to go, whoa, a magician. Tell me everything. Tell me more about your theory. Yeah? Wow. Man, can I have sex with you? I want to have sex with you. That's not going to happen. People don't care. People don't care. So this is definitely an indicator of that. And he's killed it for him. He had this attractive woman at his disposal saying, hey, I'm interested in you. I think you're hot. But no, now you're pretty much disgusting her. And there's no chance at a second date. And then you make her pay for a ticket to your show? Come on. Okay, so let's see the rest of this. Ridiculous. He kept making things disappear. Okay, I'm starting to think that this is not real, right? I'm starting to think that she's made up or exaggerated certain aspects of things, right? Because maybe she had to, pin out those last couple words in order to complete the article. But here, right, he kept making things disappear. Okay, making the cork disappear once is cool. I don't agree, right? Especially if you're just gonna go, oh, all right. And then you look at her for the reaction that I know that guy did. Maybe twice as cool, 17 times later. So he kept doing it. You know what? I believe her. I don't think that she's padding out the article. I do believe her. I think that this guy generally did make the cork or kept making little things disappear. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You have a attractive young woman who decides to give you her phone number. She finds you attractive. She finds you interesting. And you have a date. You have an opportunity at another date, maybe getting to know this particular individual. And instead, you're there, right, doing your little things to yourself, to her, to try to impress her, right? Oh, you make the cork disappear, right? Maybe once, right? I would never, but maybe you do it, right? You make it disappear, and then you move along. You just do it as like a little bit. If she says, hey, show me something, you do that, and you go, haha, it's really here, though. Right? That's how they lie to you. Magicians are terrible. And you could talk about that now and embrace the hate on magicians. But then you keep doing it. And then she says, oh, you brought a coin to pull behind my ear? Clever. Never seen that one before. Notice what she said there. I'm reading it. You can't see it, but I'd rather you have the whole picture here. It says, oh, you brought a coin to pull from my ear. She's aware that Mr. Magic Man, look at that, by the way, Illusionist Pirate Coins, you could find those at illusionist.com, code PIGGY, 10% off. They're paying me money. So, but yeah, so she's aware of your virginity and aware of the fact that you brought a coin for the specific purpose of pulling it from behind her ear. It wasn't a quarter that's on the table. It wasn't something that's, organic to the situation. It's something you brought on you. That's what people think about you when you take your sponge balls out of your pocket. When you take your little props and go, I have a very mysterious box that I'm going to leave right here. We'll get back to that mysterious box. But first, I need something from you. Please select the card. And here, write your name on the card. Oh, you forgot your phone number.
Bing bong.
What? So she's aware that you brought something for the purpose of showing her something, which is pathetic. So let's finish off this article because I'm honestly disgusted. I'm appalled. His magic didn't work on me. Oh, I know. I said I was into weird, but I still am. But ultimately, Jamie Dornan lookalike was a little arrogant. I know he's attractive. How could he not? And a little too into being a magician. It felt more like an interview that didn't produce any answers instead of a date. We barely talked about anything other than magic. This is what I say all the time. Be a person first and then a magician. Be a person first. Then you avoid these things because you have things to talk about other than magic because you're a human being. Magicians aren't human beings for the most part. I don't know what the fuck was that. So it felt more like an interview. We barely talked about anything other than magic, let alone anything about myself. I'm glad I went for the story, but I don't think I'll be going on dates with other magicians again. And you ruined it for the rest of us, right? Who knows? Maybe any one of us could have been dating Eleanor Sheehan, right? This attractive woman that's writing articles about, let's see what she has here. Officiated a gay couple's wedding and the internet swooned. All right, so we already know her beliefs here, but that's fine. That's all right. That's okay, right? You could have disagreements in your relationship. It increases the love in the relationship when you guys disagree and you make beautiful love, and then you learn to live with each other through your disagreements. But now he ruined it. Mr. Jamie Dornan lookalike ruined it for all of us. Now, so nobody could court Eleanor Sheehan again. That's part of our community. So that's the article, right? I guess I saw it live here. What I might do, I guess, is I might just chop this up and put this, right? I think this was pretty funny. So I might just chop this up, this stream, and put that as the video, right? So that in itself is the video. And then it entices people to watch these streams because they see the sort of dynamic content that we get into, the fun things, right? We get into this back and forth. So that guy ruined it. What do you guys think of that article? What do you guys, do you guys agree? Are you that type of magician? Are you not saying anything because you've done that? You've been there, right? It's okay. This is a safe space, right? You're welcome here. People think that I'm hateful. No. I welcome you guys.